know what I'm talking about.
Welcome everybody to a new episode of the Jah Pint Show. I'm Half Pint.
Get my shit.
And I think you already know who that is.
Get my
the non-factor.
Get my shit. Yo, Ridley Scott, I'm coming for you, man. My man Bernie Mac. What did he say in Players Club? He said that bulletproof vest, man, you better sleep in it. Ridley Scott, you better sleep in that vest.
The fact that this
it's gonna be trouble.
Director, producer, what have you, cannot find people of color to accurately tell the story of Exodus, which is a biblical movie, a biblically based movie, and the idea.
Over words? Come on, teacher.
Say I said biblical. Biblical.
Biblical.
No. Biblical.
It's called Biblicles.
Unless you are playing the role of a robber, a gangbanger, or a coon, or a brute, you are not going to be in this movie called Exodus.
The slaves and the thieves and all that shit, those are black people.
But in this movie, if you acknowledge that they even existed in this area, then you have to acknowledge on some level that the people of color come from that area. Well, we know again that Hollywood has not been accurate in their stories dealing with the Bible or even Africa.
Because this is their way of changing history.
Exactly, they have to.
Ridley Scott had said something about Egypt being near Africa. Man, it's in Africa.
It is Africa.
These are anything to justify putting Christian Bale and that dude from Breaking Bad and Sigourney. I like Sigourney Weaver, but she's in the movie. She's 6 feet tall. I guess she will have cornrows. So what we have is Ridley Scott. And people wanted to know, how could you make a movie like this
that begins in Africa?
Theoretically,
with no African.
Theoretically, it's historically correct, except for the fact that you don't have any people of color in it. And then he said something that was really, it's got to make you think. It's got to ring your bell. He said, as far as getting funding, if I used black people, I would not be able to get the funding that I needed. So what he's saying is that Denzel Washington was not big enough box office. Will Smith was not big enough box office. Latifah was not big enough box office.
Samuel Jackson.
White people, you have to look at the fact that they like these artists too.
Right.
But it's the fact that they said he couldn't get funding. Now, where can he not get the funding from? It's like a ghost empire. So you don't know who to go after.
But just like they're nameless faces and they control what happens in Hollywood, if he really believed in this project in using people of color, he would have found a way, because Black Hollywood, there are dollars there.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's the misconception. There's one Hollywood and it's not black. That's why they're making movies like this. We're living in an age where they're putting on shows called Blackish. Okay, you kind of black, but everybody on that damn show is light-skinned, damn near bright. It's the lightning of America. And it's been going on and been going on and been going on.
You had black movies. You had black images. You had things that we could relate to. Storylines and all that other kind of stuff. And it also manifests itself later on as in black exploitation until it got whitewashed by producers.
So where is Black Hollywood?
You don't see those movies that are created that have us in mind, that are themes in our story.
My problem is when we put labels on things, such as when we say Black Hollywood. People want to say white Hollywood. What it is Hollywood, but it's controlled by white people. Make no mistake about that.
Then it becomes white Hollywood.
Everybody's got their own story, but that does not make you the conglomerate. It doesn't. The power structure, that does not make you that. When as a black person, that you have to go to a white man to say, can you distribute this for me? You are not in a position of power. You are not Black Hollywood, because you can't put it out yourself and you can't get it in movie theaters. Only they can do that. That's the way the power structure is. What's that dude's name with that Medea character? I have no respect for that guy. But he gives black people work, and still, he has to go to the white man to get that movie in theaters. So where the hell is his Black Hollywood?
He's developing his own vehicle so that he can distribute. That is what he's trying to do. When you're trying to, within the powers, that structure that you're talking about, create your own vehicle so that you can sustain yourself, that is when you're starting to create that other Black Hollywood.
Black people felt the need, because everything was so white, was so Caucasian, that they had to have BET, Black Entertainment Television. That was okay. That was all right. I didn't see white folks in an uproar about that. But let me tell you what would cause an uproar. If tomorrow morning on cable there was WET, The whole network, white entertainment TV. Al Sharpton would be in the middle of the streets, and I'm talking about the double standard there. But sometimes we need to shut our damn mouths and be proactive and act. All that damn talking is not getting us anywhere.
I agree.
These people are so sure of you. They're so sure of you that they can make this movie, not use anybody who looks like you, except that
and tell your story.
They will play the parts of thieves and robbers and all of the bad people in the movie, because that's who they expect you to relate to. But they're counting on your dollars, because it can't be a hit without you, right?
Absolutely.
So the whole thing is, what are you going to do about it? Because
boycott.
No, you know, that's a bunch of bull. Our generation, we know nothing about sacrifice. Sacrifice to us is not watching TV for an hour, and that's not good enough.
And it's trickled down to the younger people to where they have no idea.
They're not sacrificing nothing.
They have no idea really what's going on.
I'd rather you go see the penguins of
Madagascar.
Exactly, because they didn't offend nobody.
As we know, because we didn't see it yet.
You know, I'm gonna do my LL.
Whatever. Appreciate you coming out. Thanks for the love. Make sure you hit us up at gmail.com, Jah Pint Facebook, Jah Pint Twitter. Let us know what you think.
Win a date with
Hit us
Jahwell.
up. We love you. Rest in peace, Grandma.
Come on. Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, Grandma. I'm sorry.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, right.
Peace.
You're fired.